Imagine you're in Madrid in the 1500s. As the greatest chess player, you're invited to the royal court. Everything's looking luxurious, food and drinks offered. In such a pleasant environment, you're going to be playing chess against the finest masters of your time. In fact, this is the first time something like this has happened. After the first minutes of enjoying this wonderful opportunity, you're paired with a strong Italian master. You've already beaten him 15 years prior in what is considered the first match that determined the best chess player. He opens it up with e4, e5, knight f3 attacks your pawn, so you carefully defend with d6, bishop c4, f5, this is your element, d3, and a risky bishop e7. The game goes on as normal. And after f4, you expect the master to castle, but he goes g3, okay? You take normal development and b4. You wake up in cold sweat. The master is standing up, proud of his victory. You don't remember what happened, but you think you played b5 and the bishop retreaded. Is it the drink? Was your blunder so bad that it knocked you out? No one knows, but you have a chance to get revenge. You're playing him again. You get into a symmetrical position, defend his threats to your bishop and queen, and it happens again. Was there really something in your drink? The master is now extremely close to winning the tournament, while you're sitting there with no points, analyzing your game and remembering how you beat him 15 years ago in his own country's capital. e4, e5, knight f3 and f6. You've read Damiano's book, so you win easily. In another one, it's the king's gambit and you set up a trap. If black doesn't fall for it, there's queen h4, winning the bishop, and it looks over for white. But you had knight c3 and rook f1 with a very interesting attack, including a rook check and queen taking those two pawns with an unclear, equal position. But he took, so you find a tactic, bishop 7 brilliancy to win the bishop back, which is now theory, and queen e6, then lure the king to d8 and fork. Just brilliant. But let's get back to reality. The remaining scorelines aren't pleasing for you either. You lose to Boi, who loses the final game to Giovanni Leonardo, your previous opponent. The chess dominance has shifted to Italy in just one day. Yes, this was the story of Ruy López, a man who invented the word gambit, first described the 50-move rule, popularized this opening, and last but not least, mentioned en passant. But what happened to the other contenders? Little is known about Alfonso Cerrón and his book, From the Game of Chess, which didn't preserve until our time. Giovanni Leonardo went on to win the games at the Portuguese king's court and a match against second finisher Paolo Boi, as well as playing this game with Palerio, another strong chess master. It's the Latvian Palerio, plays the main line, which is knight takes and queen check with an aim to get the rook. But after black's queen check, white needs to block with the bishop to get into this sharp position. But they move the king and then knight f6 onto g4. f3 forking the 2, and the wild h takes g6 after, which there's queen g4 and a queen desperado to get a pawn into an equal position is best. But Palerio plays d3, a mistake since black has the same discovery. So queen takes rook, knight check, king up, queen e4, queen e5, king f7 hiding the king, bishop e2, queen g5, and now queen takes g2, and knight takes to block the bishop's defense. Leads to an easy win for black. Giovanni Leonardo commits a mistake, queen h4. Now d4 is a great defense, knight check, and d5 meets a queen c7 counterstrike, and it's equal. However, the rest of the game didn't preserve, but black went on to win since the white king is too exposed, cementing his legacy as the strongest player of his time. Having previously beaten the Pope in a chess match, Paolo Boi traveled across Europe, also having success. Let's look at this game of his where he plays a woman of decent strength and according to the legend announces mate in 2 of this queen sacrifice and checkmate. However, right before his eyes, the queen pulls a backwards Michael Jackson, which allows a different knight move into checkmate. It's a very interesting position, and it's sad we didn't get the full game. In 1598, just 3 days before his death, Paolo Boi lost to Alessandro Salvio, meaning the Italian chess reign had just begun.